Led Zeppelin stomping through Whole Lotta Love. Pink Floyd bending minds with Comfortably Numb. The Eagles soaring high on Hotel California. That was only the beginning. From iconic anthems to overlooked gems, these are 10 rock songs from the 1970s that defined the era. Number 10, Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
And man, yeah, he's shooting at the world.
The riff that launched a million guitarists. Smoke on the Water wasn't just a song. It was a sonic snapshot of rock at its most raw and rebellious. Released in 1973 from the album Machine Head, it immortalized a real-life disaster, a casino fire in Montreux, Switzerland, that Deep Purple witnessed while preparing to record. Legend has it, the band saw the flames rise over Lake Geneva as Frank Zappa's gear went up in smoke. Instead of letting the chaos derail them, they turned it into a rock masterpiece. That instantly recognizable guitar line is part blues, part hard rock thunder, and became the unofficial anthem of every garage band for decades. FM radio loved it. Teenagers lived by it. And today, it's still a rite of passage for anyone picking up a 6-string. If that was thunder, the next one is lightning. Number 9, American Woman by The Guess Who.
American woman, stay away from me.
A snarling riff, a sneered warning, a moment of rock rebellion with teeth. American Woman exploded in 1970, launching The Guess Who into the global spotlight with a track that was part love letter, part protest, and all attitude. Written almost accidentally during a live jam in Ontario, the riff emerged as a burst of lightning mid-show. The lyrics? A spontaneous rant by frontman Burton Cummings, channeling frustration and fascination with American culture. Despite or because of its anti-war overtones, the song stormed to the top of the charts and made The Guess Who the first Canadian band to hit number 1 in the US gritty, groovy, and endlessly replayable. It pulsed through transistor radios and rebel hearts alike. And that wah-wah laced guitar solo still sizzles today. Turn the dial up. This next track set the sound on fire. Number 8, Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac.
You can go your own way.
Heartbreak never sounded so anthemic. Released in late 1976, Go Your Own Way kicked down the door for Rumors, an album born from tangled love, clashing egos, and sheer musical brilliance. Lindsey Buckingham's sharp guitar and even sharper lyrics aimed straight at Stevie Nicks, and everyone knew it. The band was imploding from the inside. Divorces, affairs, emotional shrapnel flying in all directions. Yet from the chaos came clarity, and this track captured it in under 4 minutes. That galloping rhythm is the sound of someone leaving and not looking back. On the airwaves, it was a juggernaut, blasting from every FM dial in '77. It became the anthem of romantic fallout, whispered in bedrooms and shouted in arenas. A breakup song that roared like a stadium chant. Different city, same rebel heartbeat. Our next band carried the torch. Number 7, Walk This Way by Aerosmith. It started with a funky Joe Perry riff and ended up changing rock history. Walk This Way released in 1975 on Toys in the Attic, was pure swagger. Part hard rock, part streetwise funk, and all attitude. Steven Tyler's rapid-fire lyrics were like a roller coaster of innuendo, spit with a grin and a strut. The song's origins? Legend says Perry was just warming up in a sound check when the riff hit. Tyler later scribbled lyrics while watching a Mel Brooks film, inspired by a throwaway joke line. What started as a jam became a generation-defining groove and a danceable detour into rock's funkiest corners. And nearly a decade later, it changed rock again when Run DMC and Aerosmith's genre-busting 1986 remake reintroduced it to the MTV generation. One song, two eras, same electrifying energy. And one of the top 3 songs literally saved a career. And the story behind this next cut still sparks debate among fans. Number 6, Dream On by Aerosmith.
When I was so broken-hearted, love wasn't mine.
Yes, Aerosmith again, but not really. Because if Walk This Way was swagger, Dream On was soul. Released in 1973, it was Aerosmith's first big single, and the haunting ballad that saved them from slipping into obscurity. Steven Tyler, barely out of his teens, wrote the song on his father's piano. Inspired by classical melodies and childhood longing, it was about chasing dreams and fearing they might never come true. The soaring vocals, especially that final scream, weren't just performance. They were catharsis. It didn't chart high initially, but radio wouldn't let it die. Over the years, as Aerosmith clawed their way to superstardom, Dream On rose like a phoenix and became a staple of classic rock. It proved they were more than leather and eyeliner. A stadium sing-along, a prom night tearjerker. A timeless ode to ambition. Quick pit stop. If these classics still give you goosebumps, hit like so more rock fans find this. And stick around, because the top tracks are the ones that truly defined the decade. Number 5, More Than a Feeling by Boston. When Tom Scholz plugged in, he didn't just craft a song. He engineered perfection. More Than a Feeling, released in 1976, wasn't written in a day. It was built piece by piece over 5 long years in Scholz's basement studio. From that first shimmering guitar chord, the song pulls you in. A bittersweet trip down memory lane. Scholz, an MIT-trained engineer by day, obsessed over every layer of sound. The result is a melodic masterpiece where every note feels like it's glowing. Lyrically, it's about a memory, a girl named Marianne. But really, it's about the way music itself becomes emotion. That chorus hits, and suddenly you're 17 again. Windows down, volume up, world ahead. A top 5 hit and a permanent resident of every rock radio station since. No surprise it helped Boston's debut album become one of the best-selling ever. We've rocked hard enough. Now for a slow burn anthem that hit the gut. Number 4, Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Strip away the solos and southern swagger, and you get the heart of Lynyrd Skynyrd. Simple Man, released in 1973 on their debut album, pronounced Lach Nerd Skin Nerd, wasn't about rebellion or rowdy nights. It was a letter from mother to son, set to chords that feel like a sunrise. Ronnie Van Zant wrote the lyrics after losing his grandmother, drawing from a conversation with his mother. Her advice was simple: be honest, be kind, be true to yourself. The band paired that with a slow-burning progression that builds from tenderness to defiance, not unlike life itself. It was never a chart-topping single, but that didn't matter. Simple Man became a rite of passage for soldiers shipping out, for sons and fathers, for anyone needing grounding in a noisy world. No frills, no filters, just truth echoing through the decades. Lineage time. Our next track took rock to a cosmic level. Number 3, Space Oddity by David Bowie.
Take your protein pills and put your helmet on.
Ground control to Major Tom. And just like that, rock launched into orbit. Released in 1969 and truly taking flight in the early 70s, Space Oddity introduced the world to David Bowie's genius blend of sci-fi storytelling and emotional depth. At first glance, it was about a fictional astronaut drifting into the void.
Come to ground control. I'm stepping through.
But beneath the spacesuit was a tale of isolation, alienation, and breaking free from earthbound expectations. Bowie, ever the chameleon, used Major Tom to explore themes of identity and detachment years before that became rock's favorite subject. With its haunting mellotron, countdown intro, and cosmic melancholy, the track felt light years ahead of its time. It became a UK breakthrough, then later a global staple as Bowie's legend grew. And Major Tom, he returned in Bowie's later works, proving that even lost souls leave echoes. Mood shift coming. Our next pick brought fire, fury, and face paint. Number 2, Detroit Rock City by Kiss Buckle Up. This one starts with a revving engine and ends in a blaze of glory. Detroit Rock City, released in 1976 on Destroyer, was Kiss at their most epic. Not just spitting fire, but telling a story that hit like a hammer in leather boots. Inspired by a real-life fan who died in a car crash en route to a Kiss concert, the song turns tragedy into a thunderous tribute. Paul Stanley and Bob Ezrin crafted a cinematic intro with radio static, news bulletins, and screeching tires before unleashing the twin guitar assault. But this wasn't just spectacle. Detroit Rock City was a rallying cry for the blue-collar cities where rock was real. It screamed from Camaro tape decks and rang out in smoke-choked arenas. And in a decade filled with flash, it reminded everyone that danger, passion, and power still ruled the stage. Our number 1 track split critics at release, then conquered the world. Number 1, Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. 8 minutes, no chorus, 0 compromises. When Led Zeppelin released Stairway to Heaven in 1971, they didn't just break the rules, they rewrote them. Built as a slow-burning epic on Led Zeppelin 4, the track started with a delicate acoustic whisper and ended in a blazing guitar solo that's still studied today. Jimmy Page layered it like a cathedral, each part unfolding with surgical precision. Robert Plant's lyrics were cryptic, spiritual, and endlessly debated. Was it about materialism, a mystical journey, or just poetry for its own sake? Fans obsessed. Critics argued. Radio stations initially balked at the length. But soon, Stairway was inescapable. Played daily, requested nightly, etched into the DNA of every rock station. High schoolers air guitared in basements. DJs lowered their voices. And suddenly, Zeppelin was mythic. More than a song. It was a rite of passage. If that brought back memories, tap like and subscribe to keep the classics alive. From arena-shaking anthems to forgotten gems, these songs prove why rock's golden era will never die. Next up, 10 one-hit rock wonders from the 80s who disappeared without a trace. It's waiting for you on screen.